Thank you. I am very proud to report that for the first time ever, the Upton Sinclair Dinner has sold out. Thank you to all of you who made this possible, and special thanks to the unstoppable Liberty Hill staff. Day in and day out, you guys do the work, and the work is changing Los Angeles. And thanks to our servers today who are here from Unite Here Local 11 for the excellent service. I am so proud of our leaders to watch, who you just heard from right here, Cynthia, Tanisha, Nayeli, and also Liz Levitt Hirsch. The way you nurture our cultural life is inspired and inspiring. We need more like you. The light from these honorees cuts through the darkness of our time. Their light helps us see that justice begins at home. Justice begins at home. We are honored to have John Lewis in our house tonight. Half a century ago, John Lewis started his walk across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama. Not 100 miles from the home he grew up in. He walked with preachers and gardeners and housekeepers and cooks who wanted to vote. For him, for them, justice began at home. Police batons stopped them. 2 days later, they marched again. They were turned back. 2 weeks later, with the eyes of the nation upon them, they completed their march, Selma to Montgomery, and then they launched 100 marches more, every one toward freedom. John Lewis tells us to get in the way. That message is welcome in California. It's welcome in Los Angeles, and it is welcome right here at Liberty Hill. The President of the United States waited longer than any other president in the last 80 years to visit California. We know why. Because we get in his way. When we stand up for immigrants and refugees, when we protect our air and our water, when we hold the line on health care for all, we get in his way. Resistance lives in California. That's our story. But maybe there's another side to our story. Los Angeles offers the world a beacon of light. But at the same time, LA jails more kids than anywhere else. Our neighborhoods are home to more oil drilling than anywhere else. LA's apartments cost more, and more people sleep on our streets than anywhere else in the United States of America. Resisting Washington is the beginning of our work. It is not the end. If we want to be a beacon, we have got to be worthy of the light we shine, because justice begins at home. You've heard from our leaders tonight. You know that our agenda for a just future is already on the move. We are going to end neighborhood oil drilling. We are going to fight for a roof over every head. And we're going to stop locking up our kids. We are walking toward justice by eliminating neighborhood oil drilling in the largest urban oil field in the nation. A little while ago, you met Nayeli Kobo, who is standing right here. Take a breath. Go ahead, take a breath. Now imagine that the air you take in turns your stomach, makes your nose bleed. Imagine what you would do if you learned that the place you call home did that to your child. What would you raise hell? Nayeli and the Stand LA Coalition are. They're organizing their neighbors. They're connecting communities. They won limits on polluters, and they won't stop until the oil derricks are gone, the toxic fumes are gone, and the green jobs are here. In Liberty Hill, you are walking by their side, and we're walking towards justice in the fight for a roof over every head. You know, this fight is personal for me. One of Liberty Hill's first ever grants was for rent control in Santa Monica, where I grew up. When that campaign won, it launched a generation of progressive leaders, and it saved my life. My mom died when I was a little kid. My dad struggled to keep our family in food and clothes. Without rent control, I sure wouldn't be here, and I might not be anywhere at all. How much harder is it today? 58,000 people on the streets in LA County, the least affordable housing market in the nation. But then you meet people like Cynthia Macias, who was told to leave, and she said, "This is my home." You meet hundreds like her who are organizing in Long Beach, in Inglewood, in Pasadena, in Glendale, in Pomona, saying that housing is a human right. And Liberty Hill, you are by their side. And we are walking toward justice in ending youth incarceration. Ask yourself, what kind of machine have we built that would put a teenager like Tanisha Denard in jail for a month for being late to school? For being late to school. Well, the same young people who we would sacrifice to this machine are throwing wrenches in the gears, and they're cracking it wide open. And now we can see that no one wants this. No one wants to send the next Tanisha to jail. Unlike lockup, diversion and prevention programs help kids thrive. I've seen this firsthand as a Los Angeles police commissioner. Even the police are screaming for diversion and prevention programs. And the ones we have work. The kids don't come back into the system. We just don't have enough. There are 1,100 children in Los Angeles County who are locked in tonight. But there are many thousands more who we've locked out of opportunity, of resources, of support, who won't graduate from school, who will be abandoned, neglected, abused, who will die younger than they should. Let's stop feeding money into a machine that destroys lives, and let's use that money to save lives. Let's give those kids, our kids, a safety net, every bit as strong as the arms we throw around those we love. The young leaders Liberty Hill finds and trains are weaving that net. They live their truth, and their vision is the fire under our work. And you are walking with them every step of the way. My two sons are here tonight, along with the love of my life, Monica. Hi, Jude. Hi, Oliver. Look how cute they are. I've told my boys, don't you dare grow up. But if they have to, here's what I want for them. I want them to be able to afford to live in the city of their birth. I want them to have air they can breathe, no matter what part of town they live in, as long as they live close to me. And I want them to know that LA supports its children with love. It doesn't jail them out of fear. Last month, I sat with John Lewis in his office in the Capitol, and I asked, how do we keep moving forward when the fires of hate have so much fuel? He didn't miss a beat. Hold on to hope, he said. Get back up, he said. In the civil rights movement, they lived their vision of the future every day. They called it the beloved community. Love didn't make them weak. It didn't make them slow. It made them strong. It helped them win. There are other banquet rooms in LA where good people gather to give money to those in need. But show me another one, like Liberty Hill, where we seek out those directly impacted by these issues and we follow their lead. Show me another where so many would sacrifice their own privileges to overturn systems of oppression. Give yourselves a hand of applause. I know and love this community. I know you will stand up in solidarity. I know you will walk out on that bridge. And I know you will give your hearts to the kids who everyone else demonizes. And I know you will recognize them as future leaders of an unbroken world. Tonight, we plant seeds with the patience to grow a forest. Tomorrow, let us heed the call to get in the way. Let us set out every day where we wake up knowing that justice begins at home. And our march toward freedom will take us farther than we ever dreamed we could go. Thank you.